Hello. My headband looks a little bit strange today. This is a new one. If you follow me on Instagram, then you would see that I talk about these sometimes. I was about to say a lot, but I don't. We've maybe spoken about them just a couple of times. And I've got a new one. And I really like this one. If you're wondering, this from Urban Outfitters. But do you know what Urban Outfitters do? Is they say, like, they advertise their scarves, headscarves, scarves, whatever, and then they go, and so you see one that you really like and you're like, oh yeah, that's lush, I'll have that, and they send you a completely different one, and in the small print it's like a lucky dip basically of which one you get. So I thought I was getting like a real bright pink fun one, and I didn't. Anyway, Q&A on exercise. There's lots of seagulls out today. Q&A on exercise. I asked on Instagram and there was a lot, so we should really get going. It was just 1:11 on my clock. We should really get going because there was just too many for me to answer on Instagram, and also there was some repeating ones, so I thought you guys probably want to know on YouTube too. So number one is, should I eat before and after training even when I'm not hungry when trying to recover? Yes, 100%, please do. So we need to be fueling for our workouts, magpie, and we also then need to be refueling after our workouts. And the problem is that the average Joe might be able to get away with fasted training, or they might be able to get away with, you know, like not eating as much. But if you are suffering from HA, we really need to keep not only our stress down, but our body's trusting us. So we do that by just making sure it has enough fuel in the tank, because if it is depleted of like a lot of energy, it will just raise our cortisol, which then will hinder our recovery. So yeah, even if you are not hungry, then just make sure you have something around your workouts. When you're recovered, or if you're not suffering from HA, then that's a different matter. But if you are trying to recover, then yeah, the advice is to do that. What is typical fueling before / after a workout? Look at this seagull. Can you see him? Well, you can probably just see the ring light. He's a big boy. Seagulls aren't that nice, are they? They would really hurt, wouldn't they? So typical fueling before and after a workout. So beforehand, oh, I've got my hair in my eye. It would be something like a flapjack or an energy ball made of dates. If you go back through my channel, you'll be able to see some of the recipes, and I am planning on filming a lot more. Toast with jam on, toast in general. Any carbohydrate source that will really help you get through that workout, that's a really good option. And then post-workout, you want to be having a protein source and a carbohydrate source. So the carbs will help replenish those glycogen stores that you would have depleted in your workout, and is just real good quick energy for the body, but also the protein will help you recover, so not neglecting that. So something like that could be like peanut butter on toast, or if you want to have a proper meal, it could be like a meat sauce or like a soy based protein with rice, that kind of thing. If you're into protein shakes, as much as I feel like I have really let go of the fitness obsessed girl, I'm still a big fan of vegan protein shakes, so I might have a bowl of oats and a protein shake in it, so it's like protein oats. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe I could do a video. I've just put a bit of pressure on myself to do a video now, haven't I? But maybe I could. Can you build muscle while recovering? So I would urge you to go look at Stephanie Buttermore's journey on this. So she didn't suffer from HA, but she suffered from like extreme hunger, and yeah, if you're still training and you're eating more, there is an element that you are going to be able to build some kind of muscle. I would actually say that, so I didn't exercise loads throughout my recovery, but I managed to keep enough to keep some kind of body composition, and the extra calories, if you're then training, then yeah, technically you can, but I wouldn't have that as a focus, because to build muscle you obviously need to be progressing and lifting quite heavy, so I wouldn't focus on that. I'd focus on more like recovery, and then just doing strength work just to help with like our bones and just to keep us moving. Is it better to do 2 short walks a day or 1 longer walk in HA recovery? It's up to you. Obviously you need to be thinking quite strategically in HA recovery, which is such a ball ache, because you get to the stage that you're like, oh, I just want to be normal, I just want to be able to go for a walk and not think about it. But you need to make sure that you are looking at your walk as a form of exercise as well, so making sure you're fueled before it and fueled after it. And if it is that extra long walk, you might want to take some sort of snack in it. I don't know how long you mean by long walk, but if you're out for a couple of hours, then you might want to take a snack with you as well. But it's up to you, really. The main thing around that is keeping your stress down and keeping you fueled for that. Maybe if you are worried, I should really do a disclaimer of like, these answers are just based on my experiences, and if you are worried or you are concerned, then you should really, really go see a professional like Reedy McGregor, who I talk about all the time because I really rate her. What is a normal level of muscle fatigue? I always feel sore after even a few stairs. I don't know. I think everyone is completely different. Everyone's body's healing completely different. I notice that I have such a high pain threshold until I've tipped it just a little bit over, and then I might be wiped out for a whole week. So I think everyone's totally different. For example, at the minute, I think I'd walked low. Well, no, I know I did. I walked loads, and I was doing training 3 times a week at the start of the month. And now, where I probably didn't prioritise my recovery enough, my calves are so tight. Like, I'm having to stretch them all the time. So I know exactly how you're feeling, but I just think that's clearly a sign that you haven't recovered as well, or maybe not fueled as well. So focus on that. What is wrong? How to deal with guilt when upping exercise too quick and impacting your period. Oh my god, if you don't know, I did exactly this. Go back to like September videos that I did exactly that. And yeah, of course you beat yourself up and it's like, for God's sake, and you end up being like, oh my god, what have I done? But that's not helping anything. You can look at the positives of this, is like, if you've already had your period back, you know exactly how to get your period back. So just go back to what you were doing pre all of that. It can be really, really frustrating because you're like, oh, I thought I had it back. I just wanted to, like, you know, get back to some sort of normality. But unfortunately, it does take time for our bodies to trust us. But like I said, at least you know how to get it back. So just go back to what you were doing and just be like, okay, well, I've learned that I just did it a little bit too far. I also think there's like some element of positives that come out of doing that, because then you are so much more aware of your kind of like barrier with that, and like your barrier towards exercise, that what you can do and what you can't do. Will I lose all muscle definition if I stop strength training to recover? Potentially, but it's not forever, right? So there is that saying of like, if you don't use it, you will lose it, or something like that. So I found that I actually gained a lot of water weight and I wasn't doing any real strength, and I did notice that I just lost visible definition. But as soon as I then started doing a little bit of strength training and my water weight dropped and I got my cycle back and my water dropped off, it was all there again because I'd spent so many years building it up. So you may do, but it will only be temporary if you stop. And I just think maybe giving it up for a little while is only ever going to accelerate your recovery, right? So, you know, having a couple of months where you're not feeling as confident or as defined might actually be very beneficial in terms of getting your period back. How many rest days would you recommend, or does it depend on what you're doing? 100%. Completely depends on what you're doing. So if you're doing like gentle stretching and walking, then you might only need to have, you know, one day where you're not going on a walk or not doing any stretching. If you're doing strength training, you might want to factor in a little bit more. If you're doing HIIT, then I'd say you need loads. So yeah, it does all depend on what you're doing. If you're running, it would depend on whether you're going for a 1k or 10k. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it does completely depend. The key things is to really listen to your body and also be following a sustainable plan. What I've found is a lot of personal trainers don't understand about this, and this is why I've dived so much more into the research. And I am offering online coaching now, where if you have recovered from HA or you've been given sign-off from your healthcare professional that you can work out, I will work with you and write you out a sustainable program that enables you to still move but also not freak out and just get adequate rest days and just really focus on chilling the body while still feeling good because we're still moving. Does the time of day that you train matter as long as you fuel yourself before and after? No, again, I think it's up to, I think from as far as I'm aware, it's up to you. I know that our cortisol levels are highest in the morning, and we also don't want to be spiking ourselves too much just before bed. I've read that. So first thing in the morning, just make sure you are really fueled. A lot of us like don't really want to eat huge amounts in the morning, but try and make sure you are really fueled for the morning. And then fueling after. And the good thing about training in the morning, in my opinion, is that you can then use the rest of the day to make sure you're really fueling. If you then fuel in the evening, just make sure you're then having enough time before you go to bed to really calm yourself back down and just, you know, just relax and unwind, so you're not going to bed like Personally for me, I love training in the middle of the day / middle of the afternoon. That just means that I'm fueled from breakfast, and it's enough time for me to go to bed and recover, and it's also enough time for me to get like more food in. I'm only going to do a couple more because we're on 11:11 on the clock. There's still loads, guys, but I'm only going to do a couple more. What is your workout split? Do you think there is a best time of day if in HO? So I've kind of answered the latter one of that, but what is your workout split? So I'm 3 days a week at the minute. I walk kind of every day. I definitely don't stretch as much as what I used to. I definitely need to pick that up, especially now my calves are sore, but 3 times a week I'll do some form of strength training, and that tends to be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, break for the weekend, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do you view exercise differently now to when you were overtraining? 100%. It is madness. I always had, my life would fit around my fitness, and I never understood how people could have their fitness fit around their life or fit into their life, whereas I can hands down say that is now me. I fully fit my fitness into my life rather than the other way around. Right, I'm going to do one more. How often did you exercise in recovery, and what type of training did you do? I'm going to be that gal. I've done a video about it, so go back and check that one. I'll put it here. But yeah, I've done that one. Will it just explain it a little bit more? Guys, I might actually do a part 2 of this and then answer the rest of them, because there's a lot here, isn't there? So yeah, anyway, that's part 1 of our Q&A of exercise. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and maybe share it to a friend that might need it. I just want to spread this message out and try and get people having regular cycles. All my details are down below if you want to reach out, and some resources as well. That's it.